Hi, I'm John from theproductivegarden.com, and we dug out our old handycam the other day and we thought we'd put it to some use, make things a little bit more interesting and have a bit of fun with it. So hopefully that'll add a bit more to the site. What we're doing at the moment, we're still working on our chicken coop, which we've been working on for a while. You'll be able to see the updates on the site that we've done of that so far. But at the moment I'm just working on an old laying box, nesting box that we've had. And it was a bit of a combined nesting box and a perch as well. And we're just reshaping that a bit, cutting the perch section off the top to make it a laying box, because the chickens are going to have a much better perch in the new coops. So we'll have a look at that, and I've got a few tips and stuff to show you what we're going to do to take care of any mites and other pests that might be within that nesting box, just to hopefully have a nice fresh start when we put that in the new coops. Okay, so we'll go and have a look at that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cut the top off with a circular saw, and then we'll just have the layer boxes. We're not going to need the perches in the new chicken coops because we're going to put better perches in there than these little broom handles that we had here. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, so we've cut the top off now. Obviously you can see I've got a lovely wave across the top there. We'll just tidy that up and then we'll place it in the chicken coop, and we'll just do a few things just to make sure it's nice and clean and tidy and that there's no pests in it, mites and that sort of stuff that are going to bother the chooks. Okay, so we'll come back when it's in the chicken coop. Okay, so we've got the nesting box in place. Now what I'm going to do is do a bit of preparation to make sure it's nice and clean and tidy. We've cleaned all the chicken manure off all we can, but there's a few extra things that we can do to make sure that there's no pests and stuff in there, or that any that are in there, that we can take care of them so they're not going to be a problem for the chooks. So what we've got here, we've got a product called Diatomaceous Earth. It's basically a shellfish, fossilised shellfish stone that's been crushed up, and it kills insects and things like that. But it's also nutritional for the chooks. You can add it to their food. As long as you get food quality, you can get pool filtering Diatomaceous Earth, which obviously isn't good for the chooks, but you can also get food grade Diatomaceous Earth, which little roosters keeping the girls in check there, which you can get from stock feed stores and stuff like that, and they use that in their silos to keep insects under control. So what we're going to do, we're going to spread it along the top. Okay, and we'll just let that sit there. And we'll spread some in each of the boxes as well, making sure we get into the corners. And what I'll do as well, I'll put some along this perch here as well. Okay, even though it's only new, may as well give it a good start and make sure that any mites that might be in it or that might be planning to move in get taken care of straight away. Okay, and then we have the straw. Obviously the chooks want something nice and comfortable to bed down in, so So we'll put the straw in there, and we put the diatomaceous earth in first because down in the cracks and that sort of thing, that's where the mites and that are going to be. Doesn't really matter how you put it in there, just make sure it's all in there fairly well so it's not just going to fall out as soon as they get in. But it doesn't matter how you arrange it, once the chooks get in there they'll arrange it the way they please anyway. So don't worry too much about how it looks, because it won't look like that when the chooks have had their time in there. Okay, so now the chooks have got somewhere to lay in their remodelled nesting boxes, so hopefully we'll start getting some eggs off them. Over the last couple of weeks they've just been free ranging around the yard and it's been pretty hard to find any fresh eggs, so hopefully we'll start getting some of those again. Well, they're already checking it out, there you go. So hopefully it'll get the seal of approval. Anyway, that's it for now, thanks very much and we'll see you next time. Okay, and just a bit extra that I'll add about the diatomaceous earth. It's interesting stuff. Look it up on the internet, use your search engine, your favourite search engine to look it up. But basically, like I said, it's a crustacean shellfish fossil that's been crushed up. It's got lots of nutrients in it. And from what I understand, it basically breaks down the exoskeleton of insects, which makes them dehydrate and die. So it controls insects in that way. It controls flies, mites. Doesn't make roosters any quieter. Not that I mind that. But it's also an allowable additive under organic farming and organic gardening. So if the people who do organic products are allowed to add it and are happy to add it to their products, then that's not a bad recommendation by me that it's a good thing to use. Yeah, look it up, Google it, find out about it if you're interested in using it. It's always, even if someone says something's good, even if I say something's good, look it up for yourself and make your own judgment on it. It's always the best way. But if you find that it's not for you, then fine. If you find that it is for you, then it can be something useful to use. Okay, see you later. Bye.